Hi everyone. In the last few days, we actually said no to a business with 35% net margins. Will you believe it? A manufacturing company with a work order which will give you 35% margins, and you say no to it. Wow, that's something. Now, why did we do that? Did we have no capacities? No, we had enough spare capacities. Were we running short on working capital? No, not really. We had enough working capital to work with. Then what made us decide that no, we will not take this business? So the reason we said no to this 35% margin order was to accept another order which we had, which gave us 10% margin. Yes, you heard it right. We said no to a 35% margin order to accept an order which gave me only 10%. Absolutely nuts. But no, there is a reason behind it why we selected one and not the other. Let me just get into it. In order two, which we took, margin on one is 35 and margin on the other is 10%. So had we put in the same rupees 100 in inventory, then I would have achieved a turnover of 135 for one and 110 for the other. But why did we really pick one over the other? For that, you need to go back to a concept called inventory turnover, which was my very first video. In order one, the annual inventory turn was expected to be only 1.5 times. Part of it was to do with the seasonality of the order, and part of it was due to the fact that it had a longer production time. While order two will give me almost a 12 times inventory turnover because the product was such. So, how does that really impact my business? Now, I have invested 100 rupee in inventory in both the cases. With a 1.5 inventory turn, order 1 will give me an annual possible revenue of about 203 rupees. On the other hand, order 2, the same 100 rupees in inventory with 12 inventory turns will give me almost 1300 rupees in turnover. The differential is what? 6.5 times. Similarly, margins. Even though the unit margin in order 1 is higher, the net return which I get at the end of the year is much lower at 71 rupees, which in case of order 2 was much higher at 132 rupees. So that is why we really picked order 1 instead of order 2. Now, is this concept to be applied in every single case? No. Where you don't even think about this concept is when you have spare capacities and not enough orders to fill them. You step of choosing better inventory turns, better return on investment, return on equity products only once you are up to 90-95% capacity utilization. Then you start saying no to the products which give you lesser profits. There will be times when you will have to continue with a lower inventory turn product so that you can get a larger basket from a client. In that case, it's a strategic decision to work with a product with low inventory turns. With that, I will take your leave until next video. If you like the content, do hit subscribe. See you until next time. The bonus question for you as an entrepreneur is, can you find a business with 12 inventory turns and a 35% margin?